Alright, what's up?
Not much. How about you, man?
1 second, my mic's muted. Alright, there we go. I had no volume.
Oh, okay. But anyways, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm pretty solid. Just getting this set up.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff. Anyways, all right. Where do I start? Well, introduction for people that don't know who Josh Shiibbyy S God Trenholm is. He's the solo mid player for Team Leviathan, and they are the best team in the NA. No, not really, but they're the coolest guys. And what would you say? Well, actually, no. I'm gonna start with this. How did you meet the guys at Leviathan? Oh, sorry, I have a stuffy nose, so if I sound
Yeah,
that's
it's all good. I can. Let's see. Well, it happened like pre-TI4.
Mhm.
I knew my offline player Jenkins. We were like good buddies. We used to I met him through pubs.
Mhm.
And then eventually they had some roster issues, and I kept having to stand in for them. So eventually I just asked them if I could just play for them, see how it goes and whatnot. And it all worked out. Everyone became really good friends, and we stuck with it. At first we were flip side, and then we dropped the sponsor right before the summit, and then we just took up the name Leviathan.
Yeah, what made you want to take the name Leviathan? Actually, I'm just curious.
They had some weird story behind it. They took it from I forgot what it was. They just made some random team thinking it sounded cool or something. And Jenkins had it's two things. Jenkins had this one story about it. There's a philosophy or something. It's about a book or some shit like that. Some talking out of his ass, but it started off as a random team name.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Question number 2. What is your favorite hero and why is it Storm Spirit?
Storm Spirit, there's not many heroes in the lane that could actually bully you and harass you out of it, and I like to go around and do stuff and not have to always rely on your team to back you up and whatnot. I like being able to solo pick off people and do my own thing.
Mhm.
Storm Spirit's really great at that. The build wise, you just deal so much damage. You can basically kill anyone at level 6. And then you just farm incredibly fast off heroes and jungling and lane. So overall, he's a really well-rounded mid hero.
Yeah. Okay. Third question at this point. What is your least favorite hero to play, mid or otherwise?
I would probably say Razor, just because he's
So
a really boring hero. You literally just have to, I don't know, build a mech and hit creeps and group up and stuff. You don't have a lot of go around and do shit potential.
Yeah, no real play variety with him. It's all very cut and dried.
You do the same thing every game basically.
Yeah.
I just find the playstyle really boring.
Oh yeah.
But the hero's OP, so it's okay.
Well, you still think he's OP?
Used to be, I
yeah,
guess.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, when I would play him, yeah, he was really good and in the meta. Him and Viper were the dominating mids at the time.
God, don't remind me of those dark times.
Yeah, pretty much. It was really boring times.
Oh God. TI4 finals. Oh.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jesus. Now, TI4 times the hero was Lycan, Brew, all that sort of stuff. More recently, it's been Jug, X, Troll, except maybe not after this patch. But who do you foresee being the next big hero?
That's a good question, honestly. It comes down to, I guess, patch notes and slight buffs. I think the one hero though that's just gonna stay on top is mainly Troll Warlord and or Sniper. I see those heroes being fucking king heroes.
Yeah, I was wondering what's up with all the sniper picks of late.
Yeah, a lot of people, I was watching DAC, they valued that hero really much, and it's understandable. He's a pretty hard hero to beat in lane, especially when you can get the bans off. There's only 2 heroes in my opinion that really own a sniper, and that's Storm and Quap, because they can just get in your face.
Yeah.
If you don't have something to close the gap on sniper, and you have 1 or 2 heroes on your team to be in front, that hero just does work.
Yeah, with all because now the shrapnel change, you can just
pretty much you just lay down 3 shrapnels if you need to.
It's no matter where you are in the team fight, you're eating deeps.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, what a hero. What are your thoughts on Lina? I saw you play her a couple times in the tournament or in the LAN that I hosted.
Yeah, Lina's honestly just slowly, like, she hasn't been nerfed in God knows how many patches. She just kept getting slight buffs, and like right now she's like pretty like she dominates every melee hero mid in my opinion. There's only like one or two heroes that can actually like deal with her in lane or just go even. In my opinion, those are Sniper and Zeus. Just because they have the range on her, like they'll never get stunned unless they're ganked. And she can just honestly kill any hero level 6 mid, like so quickly. Just have like 510 mana and they'd get bursted with one stun. And just also the Ags upgrade was really huge. Like having an ability that does like 1000 pure damage through a BKB is actually really big.
Yeah, it's so silly, and like even against like tanky heroes like Bristleback, like you showed with the refresher, just like the double zap.
Yeah,
gone.
pretty much like 1800 pure damage if you're facing him. It's ridiculous.
So silly. Would you say that she's like a buff away from being the next Juggernaut at all, or?
I honestly, if she got buffed next patch, I would be incredibly shocked, just because like how she's like being played right now. Like,
yeah.
She's just incredibly good. Like I'd imagine a slight nerf. I think that would be something reasonable.
In order.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe a range auto attack range nerf, and then maybe a slight damage nerf, but I don't know how they would do that because I believe they just buffed her like nuke ability in the last patch or previous. So I don't know how they would feel about instantly nerfing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I know like you might not be able to answer this question, but do you believe that Leviathan's going to TI5?
I feel strongly that we're gonna get into the qualifiers of North America, but it comes down to how we like spend these next few months, like boot camping and whatnot. Like we take it very seriously. We watch our replays. We scrim every day. Like we have set times. We try to verse like the top teams in North America and even like European teams when we can on like weekends, since that's like the normal time for us. So I honestly I see it's completely doable. Like we've been able to at least beat in every team at least once. So if we keep our like act together and play strong and how we're doing now, I definitely see it being a possibility.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Do you see anybody that would like? Is there anybody that would be trouble for you in like qualifiers?
Oh, one team that we were like having a lot of trouble with was Team Fire, but they kind of like disbanded recently.
Yeah.
It's still Fluff and Ush, but they picked up like pretty good players. I think they got Demon, Ducking Mad, and Demon. So Brax. Sorry, not Demon twice.
Demon's so good he can play
Yeah,
on
he's
two
so
computers
good.
at once.
Hopefully he pulls like a classic Jimmy or something and like throws. Hopefully, but they're definitely like a solid team.
Oh yeah.
And then Complexity was like a good team we had issues with during like Summit, but they've had like a lot of roster issues recently, so it's hard to see how they'll be doing.
Let me think. What else? What would you place yourself in regards to like other teams in NA, like ranking wise?
I'd say we're tier 2.
Okay.
In my opinion, yeah.
Well,
I think it's pretty reasonable. Like the only team I see tier 1 is like EG, and I thought Fire was literally on their way if they stuck together, but sadly like they disbanded. Not sure why.
Also IX Mike boys, but you know.
Pretty much. Like, I don't know, like IX Mike did get a lot of crap, like he used to kind of deserve it, but now like I don't know, I see him as a consistent player. So it was pretty surprising seeing their team fall apart because they were all like really good players. But stuff happens, I guess.
Yeah. Let me think. Who do you think is the hero most deserving of a buff right now?
Think that's a good question, honestly, because it's hard to like on the spot since this meta's really like the same heroes mostly every game. Hero that deserves a buff. Not really sure. It's like I don't know actually. Like I actually like off the top of my head can't really think of one right now because yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty balanced except for the heroes.
Seems it's yeah. There's some heroes that are like overpowered, but there's not a lot of underwhelming heroes right now. Yeah, like I don't know. I think every hero like has its like abilities to do something. Not many lack early, or not lack. Like I guess one hero maybe like Undying or something who's like just completely fallen off. But other than that, I think most heroes like have their own benefits and whatnot.
Okay. Now, what would you say was your favorite meta in so long as like how long you've been playing? Like, what was your favorite meta to play?
Surprisingly, it's like this meta, because like
Yeah.
it just like the mid completely changed like what heroes are being picked, and it's like literally all my favorite heroes to play. So I'm like having like when I see like SF getting first pick, I'm like, holy shit, this was not gonna happen like a year or like a few months ago. Like
Yeah.
it was always just like brew first pick every game, and I just got like sick of the hero.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it was. I really like this meta. Like it's Puck, Plop, Storm, SF. It's like really fun heroes, like snowball heroes.
Yeah, all the
Even
playmaking
Sniper's
heroes.
like one of my favorite heroes now.
You're a sniper picker? Really? Sure.
Yeah, he's fun. You just peep people. We peeped Navi and like made them disband. So it's like he has a place in my heart.
Oh my gosh. Get peeped. Oh man.
Pretty much.
What a hero. What would you say is the most try-hard hero that you would find in pubs that isn't like Earth Spirit or something like that?
Templar Assassin, in my opinion. That hero is just so disgusting to like when you get counterpicked by that hero.
You just feel bad. You're just like,
Pretty much. I just get like really pissed, like, cause sometimes it's like, okay, I'm in this like I don't give a shit what they pick. Like I'll just play my hero that I want to play, and then all of a sudden they pick TA, and I'm just like, you're disgusting.
you are scum. Kind of like
Pretty much. It's like literally like the most boring hero to play, I think. I don't know. She's just so easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are TA pickers are scum.
TA pickers are scum. I'll remember that. Dendi will
Yeah.
remember. Dendi will remember. But who would you say is your favorite pro player, or like other than on your team?
Let's see. It's not like a lot of mid heroes or mid players. Like those are the ones I'm usually watching.
Mhm.
I do tend to watch RTZ a lot. Like I go into his perspective and whatnot. Yeah, I'd probably honestly say RTZ. Like,
Artur.
yeah, he kind of like did teach me like a few things, like just by watching like how he would do even simple things, like even like blocking, just like how he lanes certain heroes. Like I learned a lot like during like the Tinker meta from him, like just how to farm efficiently and all that. So it's definitely someone like I like to watch and learn from, because I think watching streams is very important.
I agree. Speaking of streams, do you foresee streaming more in the foreseeable future?
Oh yeah. The only reason why like I'm not really streaming now is because I have internet issues. Like my internet's really poor, like piss poor internet. So it's like I lag a lot when I stream, especially having like other people in the house doing other stuff like Skype webcams, like watching like 3 hour long YouTube videos and stuff like that just make me lag. So I plan to stream daily, like once we move into like the team house and whatnot, like as soon as we get all that together.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. You're going with Leviathan down to Florida, right?
Yep, that's like the plan so far. We're just waiting to find a lease. We just come into like a few issues.
Okay. Now, once you're there, is it just gonna be like scrims all day, practice all day, like just that sort of stuff, or?
Well, we don't want to overdo it. Like we talked to like people like Blitz. He's like basically like one of our coaches for the team before he got really busy. He like sat down with us, talked about it, because like we were good friends with him, and he like went to like Korea and all that. So he told us like he gave us like useful tips, like don't get burned out stuff, don't like make clicks too, like stay together, be friends, talk about your team stuff, try to play like 4 to 5 days about, make sure to have like time off and like do stuff together, like group activities and all that. So we'll definitely like have set scrim schedules, and then try not to overdo it so we don't get burned out, because we're gonna be there a while.
Oh yeah. And hopefully with that you'll TI5 winners. I believe it. I believe.
Yeah, that's like the dream basically.
The dream, boys.
Exactly.
Now, given the current like status of how like the shuffle has been affecting various Western teams, Eastern teams, all that sorts of fun stuff, who would you say is the most likely at this very second to win TI5?
I would say honestly, EG or Secret. Those are like my two favorite teams to watch. Like they're both very interesting, and like I liked their roster changes. It like seems like it fits them kind of. Like maybe like the Secret roster change was a little like strange. I'm still like having questions about like Arteezy and S4, like I don't know. I feel like maybe they don't fit well together because S4 has like been underperforming in my opinion, but a team as a whole, like I see them very like strong and definitely getting like top 3.
Now, what do you think like made EG do so much better to the point of like winning DAC and all that fun stuff? Like,
I apparently just from like reading articles and whatnot, like they were really unmotivated. Like I believe it was Arteezy kind of that didn't really want to like commit and like do basically like the grinding you have to do to like keep up in like scrims and all that replays, and probably it like made PPD pretty mad, I think, because like obviously there's still salt between them. So I think it had something to do with personal issues with the team, and they just needed to like end it before like they like get into like I don't know a bad situation.
yeah,
So I think it's smart that they changed their rosters when they did.
I mean, I'd agree. I mean, I think putting Fear back in the position 1 has really helped a lot for them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, watching position 2 Fear like play like Puck and play like what else did he play? Like Visage, I think he played a couple games.
Yeah, they did some weird stuff. I know, like during like the last like few patches or something. Like I don't know, he'd always play wonky heroes.
Yeah, it's good to see him back in the like in showing his boy Arteezy how to play Medusa. And,
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it like fits his playstyle too much more.
Yeah, and I think that's also kind of the problem with Secret with how they have 2 mid players.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why. And like yeah, it seems very strange watching S4 struggle. Like one game he didn't even get like a blink dagger, and it was just like so depressing to watch. Since he like used to be like one of my favorite mids, or he still is, but it was just really hard to like just see how bad it was going.
Now, I'm trying to think what else. If you could play any position other than mid, what would it be?
It would probably be carry. I love like all those like retard Ricer heroes like AM, Terrorblade, Naga, even like Ember, since he's been like most Chinese teams like are playing him in the safe lane too. That was like one of my favorite heroes. So it's just fun to like hit creeps in my opinion.
Popping creeps, man. I mean,
Pretty
there's nothing better.
Your team's insurance policy is like it's nice. Like I know how to like lane phase really well in like the safe lanes and whatnot. And I know how to farm pretty efficiently, I think. So it'd definitely be a role I would consider if I had to do it.
I could see it. Now, will we ever see Shiibbyy be a Meepo picker or no? Are you not at Ink Dota?
That hero is like he's pretty hard to play well. Like I can play him against like 4K players. Like my micro isn't that well. Cause like my hotkeys aren't really like made for it since I use like 4 and 5 as items. So like whenever I have to play Meepo, I would do 1 through 5 as like control groups. So it's like really difficult to like completely switch your like play style.
Yeah.
And it's like really hard to do what he does. Like his micro is just amazing.
Yeah, I watch him stream sometimes and he just pulls it off.
Yeah, it's insane just like how fast he can do it, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think I'm like a Meepo picker.
Now what's worse? Meepo pickers or TA pickers?
Meepo pickers. They're real scum. I don't know why I didn't think of that hero, to be honest.
No, I can see that. I mean, in between Slark, ES, Meepo, TA, like there's so many scum heroes. Like
yeah, it really is. Like it's disgusting to verse people who like grind all the way to 6-7K just by playing like heroes like that only, which is like ugh.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like a Storm Earth Spirit picker, so I shouldn't be talking.
I didn't know you played ES.
Yeah, that hero is my boy when he was OP. I would like first pick him and just, people would pew all day.
Is that where Abu got it from?
Probably. Like that hero is just ridiculously easy. Like, well, maybe not easy, but he's really broken. The amount of damage you can do before people get BKBs, it's so insane.
Yeah. And speaking of Earth Spirit, I was gonna ask you, what changes would need to be made to Earth Spirit to put him into Captain's mode? Because he's definitely not in the foreseeable future going to be in that game mode.
To be honest, like I don't even know if he'll ever get into Captain's mode. Like
just the way his kit works.
He's just so like he's just such a pub star hero that like I feel like really good teams would be able to abuse him so much. Like I don't know. I guess they would have to do cooldown nerfs and some damage nerfs for him to be in there, like increasing his cooldowns and decreasing damage. Because at the moment, like what he's able to do is just so ridiculous. He
Yeah.
can like solo gank lanes at level 3. He can cliff people level 1 and just completely ruin their game. It's just insane.
Yeah.
You get an Ags on him and just kick someone across the map and like disrupt the team fight so hard. It's insane.
Yeah. Do you think he suffers from the Batrider issue where you can't nerf him or it'll be too ass, or if
Yeah, I think so. Like I feel like if he gets nerfed again, he's gonna be like kind of like almost useless. But I don't know. The amount of utility he has is just ridiculous. A stun, slow, and silence, and then like a DPS ult. Like it's insane.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the hero definitely needs changes, but I don't know what they would be.
Yeah, it's like so hard to like work with it without like completely ruining the hero.
Yeah. Same as Batrider. Like,
Yeah,
can't nerf him, can't live with him, can't live
pretty
without him.
much.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite European or Chinese team?
Chinese team, I really like Vici. And then my favorite European team is Secret.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were telling me EG and Secret are your favorite teams.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to think. I can't really think of any more questions. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me, or anything like that?
Do you for LAN events? Like, do you think like at the next one there would be like side things, like actually like a one-on-one tournament or like a tag team tournament or stuff like that? I don't know, just like to give it a little bit more flavor if there's time.
I definitely want to do that. Again, time constriction is like the only thing that I see being an issue.
Yeah.
Because you remember last LAN, you were so exhausted.
Yeah. Well, it was my fault. Like I was watching DAC all night. Like I woke up at 2 a.m. like an idiot, and then I just stayed up until like I had to go home basically.
Oh jeez.
So it was like 20 hours. So it was terrible. But yeah.
Hopefully,
I feel like to do it, you'd have to just start the LAN earlier and make sure like everyone can be there on time and whatnot.
Yeah, and I'll definitely try and do that next time. You know, all that sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Let me think. But yeah, that's definitely stuff that I want to do. I want to do more. I also want to have there be more teams, like all sorts of that other stuff. Maybe like 2 days of online. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that would be interesting too.
Maybe get group stages. Oh man.
Yeah, that would definitely make it interesting. And like I know like the Chicago Dota community really wants their LAN, so I'm sure if they like just do the most part online and it's a day there, like I'm sure a lot of people would be very interested.
Oh yeah. Well, what time is it right now? 2:47. You probably got like an hour until scrims.
Yeah, just about.
Well, I think maybe I let you go real quick. You have a nice day. You warm up for your scrims. Play a pub or something.
Gotta go to TI5. Gotta scrim every day.
Day. All day or day.
Well,
all right.
I do appreciate the interview. It was like really fun. It's like I'm very grateful that you like decided to do the LAN because it brings the community really together. And, like we get to like hang out and talk with like friends and whatnot. It's just great.
Oh yeah, and I loved having you guys. Honestly, it made me so happy because now I have all these friends that I can play Dota with. Because before it's like, I don't know, it's a pain finding people that play Dota.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like just to like casually relax with your friends and just play pubs. Like honestly, like even do in houses. Like I'm sure that's something Abu Kamu has been working on lately. Like he always like would message me. He's like trying to do like a Chicago in-house league. So.
Oh, I would definitely love to do that.
I'm sure like if we had that, it would also just help the community much more. Like
so much.
Chicago Dota is really fun. Like I love the people here. They're all such good like individuals.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you do your fun Dota things, Shib, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Alright, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for everything.
No
Hopefully
problem, man.
see you guys soon. I'm really looking forward to the possible spring LAN.
Me too, Shib. Alright. Bye.
Alright, take it easy, man.
You too.